Alright, so the next segment we have is we've got to get some of these knobs out to the front of the chassis because they're going to serve as the 3 knobs.
They got to poke through, everything has to go through.
Yep.
Including this jack, which we also need to modify because it doesn't quite fit through the hole just yet.
Yep.
So first things first though, we actually have to do, as we talked about a couple videos ago, remove the excess here.
Okay.
And get this all taken out. It's strange, it's been weeks, but that adhesive is still tacky where it didn't have anything to adhere to.
Adhere?
Being silly. It's pretty easy going. We're also going to have to remove the staples that we put in as temporary holding on the bottom.
Would it be so bad though just to keep it there as a protection layer? I keep forgetting that we've made the chassis. I'm like, oh, don't cut into it.
Okay, so it's mostly staples holding it in now. Of course, the rabbit holders have run off with every single screwdriver and not put anything back.
They're rabbity.
This is how not to use a chisel.
People are gonna cry foul.
Oh, this chisel's ruined anyway. It's been demoted to pull-in staple duty. Okay, so that opens us up there. Now we need to come up with a structure that comes up out of this and gets as close to where the front of the radio ends as possible, that we can mount the potentiometers to in the 3 holes. And on the top of it, I think, have that set in place, right? And that punches through the hole in the front. So we need to do some grinding on this though, so I'm going to set up the grinder. clears it without having to go at an angle now. So now I gotta clean up these edges because it's got a lot of sharp on them, but yep.
Okay.
Looking good so far.
Alright, so we figured out that in order to mount the jack and the, where'd they go? Potentiometers, we need to extend the front of this by about 3/4 of an inch, which is what this measurement is. And
it's the distance between where this stops when it goes into the case and the actual front of the inside center.
Right.
That's 3/4 of an inch extra.
Right. And the reason that this, where is the case actually? Can we show why?
I just moved everything out of the way, so no.
Oh, alright. Well, so the case extends by that 3/4 inch, but only in a column that's this width.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is eventually we're going to cut this piece here so that it only has, you know, it's only that width. And then we're going to attach it to the chassis here with some L brackets. And the L brackets you guys might recognize if you've watched some of our cigar box guitar videos. It's just the tailpiece.
Yeah.
So right now what we're doing, so pretend like that. Right now what we're doing is we're just making these holes a little bigger so that our screws,
I set one out for you.
there we go. Our screws, like so, can
go through the holes.
Go through the holes.
Let's do that.
Yep.
Done. Okay, so these have to be mounted 1/8 of an inch down from where you'd expect. So the easy way to do this is to make an offset sort of situation. You can get it flush using the piece and then measure 1/8 of an inch into your line. And then you know where the top is. Is whisker right-handed? Is whisker left-handed?
Nobody knows.
Okay, now we know where to line these up when we do the holes for the screws. There's no guarantee that they'll be exactly the same. So, I actually want to change those hole positions on that side. Now that I think about it, because I want this to be flush on the end. So I'm going to move these a little tiny bit. Yeah, like so. There's our centers, and now we need to get our drill set up. Okay, so we have all of our pilot holes drilled, and I'm gonna get these guys in place here. We have to be a little bit careful with it, because the grain is going this way. So it'd be very easy to split off these bottom pieces.
And he made the pilot holes slightly smaller than the screw.
Just
slightly.
Just slightly smaller than the outside diameter of the thread. So it's not going to be difficult to put these into place. It'll hold just fine because there's 4 screws, but I'm more worried about splitting than I am about these pulling out.
Alright, so we're just showing off the test fit here, and we decided not to screw these in because it would take too long for it to be just a test fit, since there's still things we need to do to this piece. But it's like a little mini chassis. We post videos all the time, so don't forget to subscribe. And follow us on Twitter at TYMKRS.